What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld. And right now, we're about to get some players enraged. I'm going to give you guys the details, everything that you need to know about, your players being enraged right now from October 30th until November 1st. So I've been getting a couple questions about how this actually works. Some of you guys have been saying, yo, Gmia, my things are not really powering up. What's going on? I don't understand what's happening. What is this? A club championship giveaway? What is this, bro? I don't even know what this is. Let me go ahead and open this up. I don't know what EA is doing. Let me see what this is, bro. All right, what we got? Okay, a club is back in Madden 20. Check the missions tab for information on new challenges and rewards. And then they gave me an 80 overall Gene Upshaw. No, thank you. All right, so like, bro, hey, excuse that from happening. I don't really care about that right now. We're gonna go ahead and talk about, like I said, some of the things that are actively going on, which I think is gonna be very, very important for you guys to know while you're gonna be dealing with these things during the enragement period. Now, the number one thing that you guys have to understand, while these players are enraged, you cannot sell them and you cannot put them in the sets, okay? If the players are powered up, you have to remove them from the power up in order for them to get their stats, okay? Another thing about it is, just because they have false overalls, that does not mean you can get abilities and certain things for the high overall for the cards, because EA already knows that their real overall is like, right here, a 91, okay? So I have two of the players. I think I only have two, right? I think I have Ray Lewis, okay? He has 99 tackle. And we have that little guy over there. So look, you can see that right now, Ray Lewis is not enraged to the max capacity of the flux capacitor. So what happens is you simply have to take him out of the power up and put him where he should be. So we're gonna go and we're gonna go into upgrade, all right? We're gonna power him down. We're gonna take away this, hold up, what is this? We gotta, refund that. He don't have no X factors anyway. We're gonna take away the ability, okay? Now right here, this right here is going to give us back, what is that? For the, you also be charged currency or receive refunds for crafted chemistry's abilities. Okay, so we're going to refund this upgrade right here, okay? Just wanted to make sure that we know what's going on. So we'll get back that situation. Why did it just take away my thing? I want to keep them with lockdown. Well, it don't really matter right now. Technically, it doesn't matter because we'll fix that when we go back. They gave us the, partial refund or whatever for it. We'll go back and put the actual chemistry back into the game. But here goes what happens, right? I don't know if they're gonna let us just put him right in there. You could see he's a 98. Let me see if they let us go in there. Okay, so yeah, they're gonna do that stupidnest. Oh, you got him in another position. Like, shut up, bro. Like, what? We gotta remove him from the lineup completely. All right, we're gonna do that real quick. All right, then we gotta go back and we gotta put him in, because even though you're replacing him with a card that's separate, they'll still do that. So let's put him into the lineup. All right, so now you'll see that the overall goes up to a 92, and other things, will change for his card right now. So we'll see that he grows to a bigger height. He's a 92 speed. What I would try to explain also to you guys, he is 8 foot, all that stuff. It's like the enragement period, everything that's going on. Just be sure to understand that you have to go back to the upgrade screen and, see exactly what's going on as far as like adding other things to him. Okay, because it just doesn't automatically go to the card. All right, so in order to do that, like the things that you want to do, like say for instance, right, we wanted to like make him OP. We unlock that, right? And then we could actually, because we need this lockdown, we could actually add that to him, okay? Now we'll add the lockdown to him just to make him a little OP, make him 99 overall, okay? That's what would make him that for now. So now you're running around with a 99 overall Ray Lewis with the lockdown. Notice again that you can't add physical chems. None of these cards that are exclusively without power-ups can have those. And many of you guys have asked about that. I personally think it's kind of wild that they do that, because I would want all my players to be able to do it. But then again, it's their way of making sure you power up the card and you invest in it. You see what I'm saying? So like, that's their way of making sure, all right, bro, you want to do it the easy way? Nah, you ain't doing it like that. This is the way you're going to do it. And they just pretty much give it to you like that. So you can see over here with the lockdown, where is lockdown? Right here. So we still have the right amount of lockdown. And then you can still see that, obviously Ray Lewis is, bro, get out of it, back out of this. You can see he's a 99 overall. Now, remember this, right? As you compare the players to kind of see what's going on with it, you'll see that a lot of his numbers, it doesn't really add up to making him like a 99 overall. Like his zone coverage is still 75, but his hit power is wild. So if he touches somebody, that person is probably going to fumble or die from a knife stabbing. I mean, from getting hit sticked on the field. You're going to have to make sure that with everything that you're doing, that it makes sense for your team. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to enrage my players, and then I'm going to go ahead. If you guys want gameplay, I want you to put most feared in the comments. Okay, that's all you got to write, and I'm going to get you some gameplay with it. So the other thing that I wanted to point out, the free card that you get of Ray Lewis. What just happened here? Did it just let me put the 85 overall in my team? Bro, like, are you serious right now, EA? Like, EA, are you really like pulling my chain right here? Like, what are you doing at this point? All right, so look, so he's back there. I don't know what we had with specialists. Let me just see this real quick. All right, so we got to put him over here too. So that way we know what's going on with that. All right, so let's go ahead, put Ray Lewis right there. Okay, so he's back to a specialist spot. That's why it was, it was asking us if we wanted to take everything back or whatever. So now, that explains how you're going to have to work your lineup if you had these cards originally powered up. Now we go over to Tariq Cohen, all right? Now we're going to see what's going on with him. Now remember, you see the thing about it is, you see Sprinter? Sprinter is affected because with the other guy, with Ray Lewis, the thing that he had Sprinter also, but you can see that he doesn't have it, but I had additional players with Sprinter, so when I take it off of Tariq Cohen now and give him the base card, it's not going to affect what I'm doing. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's not going to affect it because I'll still have the 30, which means that Randy Moss won't be affected from it, and we'll continue to do what we have to do. That's something that I wanted to point out. Just because a couple of your players are going to be souped up, that doesn't mean that it's a smart thing to do. Okay? Just so you understand that, because with the rest of your team, depending on the players that you play against while this most feared thing is going on, they're going to take advantage of other positions that could affect you not having the speed that you need. All right, so we're going to go ahead. We're going to downgrade that Tariq Cohen, all right, because we want him to be enraged. So then the next step, obviously, like I said, we're going to have to remove this guy from the lineup completely. All right, so we're going to remove him from the lineup. All right, then we're going to go back and then we're going to put him in enraged. So what is he enraged? He's a 95. All right, so now he has a 93 speed. You might look at that and say, yeah, but that's kind of, that ain't really nothing, whatever. 93 speed is pretty serious business in the game. That doesn't mean he won't get chased down by a guy that has no brain cells, but, it is what it is. Now we go over here, we double check to make sure everything, the go deep is back to whatever it was. Lockdown is still good. San Francisco, we got the Sprinter, everything is good. So what I do is I always double check Randy Moss. Like, all right, he got 95 speed, all right, we good. Now we go back and temporarily, you see, the thing about it is, what would be ill is if we would add abilities to Tariq Cohen during this time to make him the guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, to make him that guy for now would probably be like the best case scenario, because if he's just running around, being an idiot, it's not going to really work out properly. So one of the things you could do is like take the abilities off Saquon for now, okay, and then afterwards just put it back on, because you get 90% of it, so you should be able to work it out. Because I think having him with evasive would make it a little bit more interesting. But what we're going to do is, like I said, I don't know, that might be the better thing to do, I believe. If that's like something that you want to do. Because like I said, with this new refund thing, you wouldn't really lose much, and it will work out for you probably a lot better if you did it like that. So let me go over here. We're going to go ahead. We'll take a look at Tariq Cohen. Let me see something. Let's compare both of them real quick. So does he grow it? Okay, so he goes to 7-2. All right, so it might look extra glitchy if he had like evasive and everything. So what we could do, we'll leave the Sprinter on Saquon so that we keep our 30 of 30, but then we'll add everything else to Tariq Cohen. All right, and then that would kind of, let me substitute for the entire depth chart. No, we'll do it for this position only. That would make it work out for us better, so that it'll be a better gameplay, because if he's just a basic card, it wouldn't really work out too well for us. So what I'm going to do is this, because all we really need on him is evasive. That's all he's going to really get, right? So we're going to go ahead, we're going to just take evasive off of him for now. We're going to remove this ability. We're going to take the refund from it, okay? And we're going to, like I said, we're going to do the same thing and get it back after we're done. Like leapfrog and everything, he doesn't need that, right now either. So we'll go ahead, we'll take that off. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. Let's refund that, because we're gonna need our stuff. Indoor baller, we'll just leave him with that, because he's gonna be our running back after this thing is over, and then we'll just take off Wrecking Ball, all right, as his ability. Okay, leave everything else the way that it is. All right, just take back everything like that. That way we have enough training. Bam. We leave that, we come back, we put it on Tariq Cohen now. Because remember, this is all temporary, all right? But when he's out there, you want to make sure that he has the right numbers. So we go ahead, we get all this stuff going, because we want to make him crazy. Do we need a superstar X Factor? I don't know if we need a superstar X Factor. We could put lockdown on him if you guys, go deep on him if you guys want it to be a little bit more exciting. That way it just looks better. The abilities though, so we're gonna go evasive on him. I think evasive. He gets pin and pull guru too. Backfield mismatch. All right, so yeah, because I don't know about. Yeah, we'll just add evasive to him. Let's just put evasive on him, just so that he, you know what I'm saying. That way it's a little bit more fun while he's enraged. Now, as far as Ray Lewis goes, I don't know if we really need to add anything to him right now to like bring out more savage gameplay. But for us, with what we're doing, I just think that this makes the most sense to do it this way because it's temporary. And remember, I only have 2 players. A lot of you guys have other things going on, but that it is what it is. Like you only need to do it for certain players. Don't go crazy and keep buying up cards unless you want to do that. Like if that's something that you want to do, that's fine. But it's going to be a lot of fun to see these guys get enraged in the gameplay, and I think that you guys are going to want to see it. So again, it is what it is. You guys want the gameplay? Most feared in the comments. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. You have an unbelievable day. Can't wait to see you guys soon. One love, y'all.